Hey guys, Alex here. As I honor my daily commitment to out video content every day, I've realized that I think one of the best strategies will be to just sort of slow down a little bit, and rather than pre-plan and write out all my videos, just to sort of sit down and allow truths to bubble up to the surface without too much pre-planning. And hopefully this won't be too unstructured. And as there are seemingly about 4,000 children outside making noise, I hope they're not too intrusive either. But let's just get to the point now of what I was going to talk about today, which is the idea of having meaning in life. And a lot of people have approached me about feeling a sense of not having any purpose, or not having any meaning, or feeling lost, directionless, not having a focal point or a sense of being on a calling. And I think it's a pretty common thing nowadays, and I really believe that the reason behind that is not because society and culture and the modern day is without meaning per se. I think it's that we overcomplicate things as people. So whenever I have personally felt a sense of being lost and confused and without purpose, it's because I've been trying to take on too many things, and I have inadvertently, through my passions for various things, taken on too many things, including distractions that aren't even part of my career. And I've sort of succumbed to the modern disease, effectively, of chasing 150 shiny objects that I can't bear the idea of not including in my life. But of course, that's the problem. How things have changed over the last 20, 30, 100 years is that we have so many things that are now inside our peripheries that attract our attention. And I think with that comes the inability to deal with the rejection of those things and narrowing down our focus onto one or two key things, or three or four key things. And that's where purpose lies, I think. I think purpose and meaning lie in simplicity, not in some existential, spiritual, deeper sense of connectedness and having a calling. I don't think purpose means you need to go out and save the planet or change the world necessarily. Of course, those are good and meaningful ways to act in life. But I think meaning at the very basic level, and having a sense of meaning, which is very important. We need, as humans, to have a sense of meaning. Otherwise, we don't know why we get up every morning. We need a reason to get up every morning. It gives us a sense of fulfillment. It's a very human requirement to know what the journey might look like between now and sometime in the future. We are story-driven animals. We are human because of our ability, above and beyond what animals are capable of creating stories in our minds. And without a story that we are following, without a path, without a journey, without meaning, we are lost. And when we're lost, we are nothing. We are not human. So it's very powerful, the role that meaning plays in our lives as humans. We all need meaning. We all need a reason why we need to get up in the morning and do stuff and take action. Otherwise, there's no point. Okay, so if you feel that sense that you're moving towards the no point thing, I wouldn't overcomplicate things. I don't think you need to start getting clever about how you're going to change the world. I think that might come later if it indeed unfolds in that direction. But I think for now you need to simplify. And this is something that I always go back to. Whenever I feel lost or directionless, I know that I'm trying to take on too much. I'm trying to do too much. I'm trying to squeeze too much into the day. And don't get this confused with the idea of being highly productive, which I recommend people keep motivating themselves to be. I think productivity and being prolific and filling up your calendar is great. But I think it's a lot better when you have fewer things to be dedicated to, because then you make much more of a profound impact with those select few things, rather than try to spin 300 plates at once. So think of meaning in that way. Think of meaning in terms of just simply focusing on one thing at a time, and thinking about and being aware of all those things you need to strip out of your life again. When you feel lost and directionless, it just is likely an indication that you're trying to do too much. And you're trying to take on too many hobbies, you're trying to please too many people. You simply need to get strict with yourself now, and this is a tough one. I think the combination of modern day humans being slightly more feeble-minded and weak, combined with our our need to take on more and more distractions and shiny objects and cool, fun things to do, and then of course being connected to social media and having the sense of missing out, fear of missing out. All of this combines to create a cacophony of noise within our heads that confuses us and detracts from our sense of meaning and purpose. And understand that purpose doesn't need to be complicated. Purpose is simplicity. We work best when we know with absolute clarity why we're doing things and what we're moving towards. So figure out what things, you might need to write this down in a list. And this has reminded me to do exactly the same thing after this video, because I need to clarify as well. Figure out those things you need to be strict with, that you need to cut out. This can include bad habits, it can include hobbies that aren't getting you anywhere, or people that you shouldn't be messing around with and not bothering putting all your energy into. Whatever it is, there are many nodes to the full tapestry of what we can be spending our time with. And I think it's very easy to get lost in trying to be the spider with 500 arms, trying to keep connected to everything. I think it's just a lot easier to simplify and see being directionless in a way as being a positive thing. It's a nudge subliminally to you to simplify your life, to get minimal again. What do you need to cut out of your life to simplify it? And when you start doing that, you'll start to see things reveal themselves in concrete form again. You'll start to feel a sense of being able to grab hold of things again, rather than feeling like you're floundering. And that, I think, friends, is a big advantage you can gain to get you ahead, to build momentum, to start seeing rewards and wins and successes in your life again. That's another thing that comes from a lack of meaning, a lack of purpose, a lack of direction, is that you are not making progress. You aren't seeing wins. And to be honest, to be happy, to be fulfilled, and to continue feeling a reason to get up in the morning, we need to see results. We need to see wins. And we can only do that if we have clear purpose and a clear, very simplified set of things we need to be busying ourselves with. And again, don't think too much about it. Don't overthink what's the perfect thing for me, what's my calling, what's my ideal path, what is my destiny. This all comes through first committing to do something, then doing it, and then you'll start to learn about yourself through the doing. This has been 100% how it's been working for me. Everything I've done in my life, I've stumbled into by accident. I have followed the scent that my talents have laid out for me, but beyond that, it's usually been a case of, okay, life's getting complicated now. What can I do in terms of action? What do I need to do now to fix this money problem? What do I need to do now to fix this relationship problem? I see that I am actually quite good at this. Maybe I should pursue this. Maybe I should pursue that. Oh, look, there's 100 things I could pursue. I want to be a writer. I want to be a filmmaker. I want to be a painter. I want to be an architect. I want to be a geographer. I want to be a farmer. I want to be a spaceman. These are legitimate things I actually want to do in my life, but I've had to say no to 99% of things because I feel lost when I try to do too many things at once. So this is my message without babbling on too much. Get simple and get brutal. Get brutal. If you want an advantage in life and you want a sense of purpose, get brutal about what you say no to. And start tonight. Write this down. Write the things you need to cut out of your life now. Simplify. Be a minimalist in action, and then amplify those actions within those small, narrow boundaries, and you'll see your life change dramatically. Hope that helped, guys. Give me ideas for future videos, and I will see you in the next video.